lighthouse. But take a look at the radar here that we've got. This thing is producing rain, from southeastern portions of the nation into South Carolina, all the way up to Maine at this point. I mean, this thing is a monster storm. Yeah, it continues to churn here, and it is still delivering, Jess, you mentioned it, snow to West Virginia, more than 2 feet in the Appalachian Mountains there, and it's not stopping. You can tell the moisture source on this, and not only that, but the cool air coming down and curling through the west side of the storm just keeps fueling the snow and the higher elevations of Ohio back into West Virginia, and even portions of Maryland. Unbelievable stuff. And yes, the wind damage and storm surge is done, which really the storm surge is what was such a killer in areas around New Jersey and New York as far as what it did to the cities there. But boy, this thing is still a major league factor. Not a factor here, though, obviously. The only factor here, check it out, right along the line of the Sandia. See the smoke from the control burns? You're probably smelling it early in the morning, at least in some areas of the city, and we can see it just behind the Sandia. So air quality, not necessarily great in some areas here, and we'll explain why that is in just a moment. Not only the control burns responsible for that. 72 degrees in the metro. Winds are calm right now. 60s and 70s to the north. Down to the south, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Looking at satellite radar, a nice ridge of high pressure is deflecting all the cloud cover, all the showers well off to our north. So the Four Corners states back into Nevada and California. There is nothing going on. There's not going to be a whole lot happening over the next couple of days. So look for cold conditions to start each morning, and then by the afternoon, temperatures moderate nicely back into the 70s, yes, and in some cases the 80s. Across eastern New Mexico, we could be in the low to mid 80s coming up throughout the day on Friday. So that is well above average and close to record territory. And yes, there are air quality issues out there as well. We got some of that really cold air that comes rolling down into the valleys, especially at night. Well, when you keep that cool air in place, it gets fairly dirty. When you have controlled burns as well, you end up with poor air quality. And if there's not a good change out of the air from the lower and higher elevations, you can end up with pollution issues. And that's been an issue over the past couple of mornings here in some of the valleys across the area here. So be prepared for that. Well, a storm would be a nice change, would mix that up quite a bit, but that's not in the horizon in any sort of significant way. Could see a few more clouds Friday into Saturday, but not much that I would be too excited about. 74 in Grant, 72 in Gallup, and 76 in Chinle. Lots of sunshine across the southwest. Temperatures here 70s and 80s, lots of sunshine as well. Temperatures, though, will cool into the weekend. Over to the southeast, temps here for the most part 70s and 80s, cooler in the mountains. Cloudcroft at just 60 for tomorrow. Northeast, temperatures in the 60s and 70s with plenty of sunshine, getting all the way to 72 in Las Vegas by Friday. Meanwhile, over into the northern mountains, temperatures here in the 60s and 70s with sunny skies, and will cool down to 61 in Santa Fe by Saturday. 71 in Cedar Crest and Sandia Park. Same deal with Tahara. 72 in Edgewood. And finally right here in the metro area, low 70s for tomorrow in the foothills and heights. Mid 70s around Belen and Los Lunas with lots of sunshine on the way. Extended forecast. The only real change is a storm goes to our north, you guys, on Friday and Saturday. That'll knock temperatures down, and that's about it.
How long before Sandy dies out, do you think?
I think we're looking at least Thursday on this thing, with still a major factor. It's going to crawl up the East Coast throughout the next couple days.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Sports is next.